baka sabay-sabay pumutok. Malalaking enterprises dito, maybe you can consider paying the 13-month pay or just paying them baski kalahati sa sweldo nila kung walang trabaho as a way of showing your solidarity with the Filipino at this critical time. Or food. Ito namang food, si Rudy will have to go around yung mga siguro road and utilize all vehicles of government available. You just go around and maybe asking if there is somebody starving or in need of food. What I would like to assure you, ang ano dito is saan kami kukuha ng pagkain pag hindi kami lumalabas. Now, it behoves upon the barangay captain. Ito mga barangay captain, makinig kayo. This is a mandatory duty. It does not have to have a law because the proclamation itself suggests that there is really a need for you to work with government. And if you violate this, then you can be liable for the reduction of duty or other regulatory measures which you are supposed to do, and do not do it, and then you violate it. The barangay captain should call a number and at least food, rice and some yung ulam, pwede ninyong ibigay sana para sa ating mga kabayan weeks because we have enough supplies. I was assured in a text, I forgot sino yung may text sa aid ko. Ano dyan sa iyo? Pakibasa mo na mo. I would like to ask Senator go to read the statement of gratitude publicly to Mr. Ramon Ang for his good grasp of the problem. Kung nakuha niya. It's not a matter of food, it's not a matter of getting back your capital, it's not a matter of business, but it's a matter of helping one another. Mukhang it gives the bad taste in their mouth, but and I'd like to mention the big companies, yung malaala ko lang, we have our I know that meron tayong undercurrent, but that is not a personal one for you and for me, but it's one for the people. It was an issue of people's interest. But I'd like to address yung mga mayayaman. Like for example, ikaw, Pangilina, and the Ayalas, and sila Puson sa itong mga big companies, Robinsons. You might be able really to alleviate the situation by just understanding also the plight of the workers who are not working now, and locally are not really in any position to demand. But since kayo na lang umiintindi, and if you try to help, kindly tumulong na lang kayo. I will designate somebody after this meeting because there will be changes in the structure. Hindi naman nagbago, hindi ang structure lang ng task force. So, with that, may I be allowed to just read my speech or my talk with the people of the Republic of the Philippines. My dear countrymen, as of 9 p.m. today, the confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the Philippines has risen to 140 with a death toll of 12. Still low. It is a figure that is rising day by day beyond our borders, and the whole world has been shaken by the spread of this disease. At first, it was China and the East Asian region, which still in the midst of a crisis as we speak. But now, according to the World Health Organization, the epicenter has shifted to Europe. Wala rin tayong magawa. Alam mo, we want to do business, we want to make money, we want to move, but there is no interaction now, and there is no trade to speak of, and there are no flights going out, in, and for you to do business. In other words, if you go there, you are alone. And please understand that we are talking to you honestly and in good faith. To address this crisis, I place the entire country under a state of public health emergency. And that is why mayors now can go ahead and issue not really ordinances, but executive orders to make the environment of their municipality more conducive to a healing process. Hindi mo na kailangan ng mag-convene ka pa ng government, city council ka, because with this public health emergency, you can, as the mayor responsible to execute the laws of the land, the ordinance plus the laws of the national government. So, hindi mo na kailangan dito na maghingi pa kayo, maghintay pa kayo ng, because I've read somewhere, or maybe I've heard it over the TV, radio, na yung ibang munisipyo naghihintay pa. With this emergency, hindi na po kailangan. Just go ahead and the mayor will do it for us. Para walang let me get it. Para wala masyadong rokos, walang debate, isa lang, one line lang ngayon, mayor lang muna. And he can come up with any measure to protect public health, public interest, public order, public safety, and whatever is needed to make life more livable in your place. As long as you are in good faith. Sa akin, no, hindi na kailangan. I don't know, but there's always a smart elect in this country. Just for example, meron dalawa kagad sinasabi, they go to the opposite side by saying, yung mga police, hindi kayo pwedeng ma-aresto kasi gano'n. You know, you don't have to say that. encourage people to yung to assert something na kunting bagay lang magipag-away sa pulis. Correct. You cannot be arrested if you are out. But if you are advised to go home and you grapple with to a lawful authority, pwede ka talagang dalhin sa estasyon. At kung dumapan ka sa pulis, it is a direct assault. But itong may mga dalawa kasing para marinig lang. Sabi na hindi kayo dapat hulihin ng pulis. Ang problema, because you are confronted. In ordinary times, there is really no need to be talking about it publicly just to be heard. Para lang marinig ka ng tao, makiksaw-saw ka. Ayaw mo magpaiwan sa mga isyo, so gusto mong sumali rin para marinig ka, oh, meron akong contribution. Ito yan, ha? Huwag mong ganunin ang tao. Just say, obey. Kaya kung sabihin mo, oh, hindi ka pwedeng hulihin, hindi ka pwedeng, and then you're advised, and you become a hothead, makipagtulakan ka sa pulis, kung sabihin ka dito ka magdaan, dito ka, huwag kang pumunta dyan, because you are not allowed, there is now a ban, tapos upon the advice of this mga tao talaga na ayaw pakulit. Alam na mga tao, bright kayo. At alam ninyo, bright kayo. Mga tao lang pati kayo. Hindi kami kasali. You seem to give a side comment that is not good. Instead of saying hindi ang pulis, sabihin mo, sumunod kayo sa mga pulis because ang pulis kumukuha ng order dito sa itaas. Kami naman, ako sa itaas, ayaw ko. I hate it. Ayaw ko makipag-ano sa kapwa tao. But the problem is there is a crisis. So you have to obey. Hindi naman sila Hindi naman sila maging presidente. Hindi naman sila sinabi sa batas na sila ang magdala ng laro dito pagkapanahon ng ganito executive department. So, better if you give an order, make it milder and more acceptable and not cause a parang mairita yung mga pulis pati military na sabihin mo na ganun. But, hindi naman kayo. It's not you. It is the military commanders that they will obey. Remember, this is an emergency. And during an emergency, tumabi kayong lahat and give it to the people who are responsible for protecting the country, alleviating the suffering, and enforcing public order. Starting to address this crisis, I placed the entire country under a state of public health emergency. Ito nga po, kasali na ang mga mayor dito. No need of an ordinance. Go ahead and enforce the laws that are laid down by the national government and the laws that are already in the penal statutes, in the book. And made the pronouncement last Thursday approving the placement of the National Capital Region under community quarantine. Itong other countries, because of the sensitivity of the Filipinos, maraming kasi hindi mag-intindihan ang task force. they wanted it more acceptable sa libro lang man, but actually in other contract, at other countries, it's really a lockdown. So, dito muna tayo, paano natin papigilan ang contagion? Kung sige tayo labas ng labas, tapos you mingle with others, makita mo naman the crowded queues that are being created by ang gustong sumakay. No. Whether you like it or not, you have to be near people. And there will be contact as a consequence. So you cannot avoid people-to-people contact, the very thing that we are not allowing because it will spread the disease. Kung maaari lang po, stay home, and for the businesses, pagka lumala ito, sa bagay, day-to-day ang conference, tignan natin, pag lumalala ito, you better close down your business. Because you will also help in propagating the disease instead of helping. Yan ang order ko sa inyo. Starting yesterday, what has been in effect has been a general quarantine which allows the substantial freedom of movement within NCR and even allows the transit of people to and from the NCR for purposes of work and other essential services. Kaya ngayon, pupunta ka doon sa trabaho mo, ay whether you like it or not, it's a working place, you are there. Pag inatsi ka, makuha ng lumilipad yung the virus, sabi nila, yung virus, kinokorek ako. I would like to pronounce it, kasi galit ako. Sabi ko, saan itong virus na ito? So, gano'n na lang, tawag ko sa kanya, kasi galit ako, virus. Well, lumilipad yan everywhere, especially in cramped and not well-ventilated places. So, you run the risk of going home, giving it to your children, and then your children the next day will play with other children. We cannot really control the contagion perfectly. We want it to be perfect, but there will be the downsides. Food, yung isa naman yung sweldo ninyo. Kaya kung nakikiusap sa malalaking negosyo, magtulong na lang kayo at yung mga suppliers ng dito sa mga sari-sari na manggaling sa inyo, kindly help so that there is at least a economy working around. Yung lahat, yung mag-assign lang kayo ng mga tao na kukunti to minimize at least kung ilan lang ang lalabas with the social distancing, baka mapababaan natin itong delikado na sitwasyon. Isa naman, we have the DSWD under General Bautista. Siya yung mag-ikot through the barangay captains. Barangay captains, you have mabigat itong trabaho ninyo ngayon. Pareho tayo. I am not saying that you should work also. No, you are mandated to work. So, dito, ang para isang linya lang, General Bautista, o si Secretary Bautista, nag-retire na ito. Pagkakilala ko si General, matagal na din. General Bautista will have his people go around and look for hungry. And that is the job of the mayor. Kasi ikaw yung mayor ng barangay mo, ikaw ang maghanap para isang tumbok lang ang gobyerno. And we can give the help necessary. I hope I have made myself clear on this. However, upon further study of worldwide trends and measures and the need of extreme caution during such time as this, I have come to the conclusion that stricter measures are necessary. For this reason, pursuant to my powers as President under the Constitution and Republic Act 11332, I am placing the entire mainland of Luzon under quarantine until April 12, 2020, coinciding with the entire end of the week. So pati na ang Luzon, kasi sa ibang lugar may pumuputok na. And since we do not have the luxury of time of waiting whether or not it is really true or validating that there is really such a connection or a contagion somewhere, hindi ako pwedeng I cannot go into a guessing game. See, I have to act. And better, maski na kung di wala mangyari. But if there is already contagion and there are cases which need to be attended to, then government can move faster. It's better to assume that it is true, because what you would need only is the validation. At magagalaw na agad tayo. But let me make this clear. This is not martial law. Under the Constitution, martial law is declared when there is invasion, rebellion, or public safety requires it. Alam mo itong mga ganito, when you are the freedom of movement is sometimes curtailed. Sabihin ng mga tao, martial law. This is not a martial law. Martial law is yung rebellion, may away, itong public safety requires it. Ngayon, kung may invasion, ganun rin, martial law. But tulad dito, walang invasion, walang rebellion, and public safety does not, public safety requires it. Itong bataan kasi, so hindi ito kailangan natin. Hindi ito martial law, wag kayong matakot. Walang magdi-display ng baril dyan except yung mga member ng armed forces o police. Ang kalaban natin pag martial law ay ang mga tao na sumasalakay at naghihimagsik. Pero sa panahong ito, ang kalaban natin ay tayo at ang sakit na COVID. But let us make no mistake, we are in the fight for the lives. We are at war against a vicious and invisible enemy, one that cannot be seen by the naked eye. In this extraordinary war, we are all soldiers. Lahat po tayo ay sundalo sa digmaan ito. Bata man o matanda, lalaki o babae, bawat Pilipino, anumang estado sa buhay, ay maituturing na sundalo sa digmaan ito. Of course, the formalities of our doctors, health professionals, and health workers, to whom we will forever be thankful. In due time, we shall express to them our gratitude in a more tangible way when this crisis is over. In the meantime, I have directed the DBM and DOH to to find a way to best compensate our health workers. You know, the last time I saw, we had a meeting, and I saw Andrea Domingo sa Pagcor. Sinabi ko sa kanya kung may pera siya. At sinabi ko, ibuhos mo yung pera nito kasi kailangan natin. So, Pagcor alone donated 2 billion for ibigay sa task force for the fight against COVID. Yun, pero yung nasa line agencies na nasa kanila na nandiyan na yun, ito pang dagdag. I hope na may pera pa tayo. I am sure we have. We have the money. Kasi sa administrasyon ko to, sinasabi ko sa iyo, may pera tayo. We've been able to save and we have been very sparing in yung mga gastos-gastos natin. Wala tayong, we do not have any expenses in government that are unnecessary or yung mga nakikita ko na projects which are bound to fail, talagang kinakat ko na. Sinasabi ko na wag yan. Maybe because without being really maghambog ako, hindi naman ako, dahil matagal kasi akong mayor at nakikita ko ang takbo ng isang bagay na kung hindi ko dapat para sa gobyerno, pinuputol ko na kagad.
Excuse me, Mr. President, na-miss lang mo ng isa ka kanina. Magbasa ni mo na-miss ni Manila Health Circuit. Pakibasa na lang sa ulo.
Wala ko dito.
From Dirinilak daw ka. Pakibasa lang aling tanong.
May si Senator Goma, he has very sharp eyes and kailangan basahan ko ito, nakaligtaan ko lang. It will be an enhanced quarantine during which the movement of everyone will be significantly limited. Work in public and private sector shall be limited to a work-at-home arrangement. If such an arrangement is not feasible, kung pwede mong matrabaho ito, tingi sa bahay mo, okay. Pero kung wala na, if you have no choice, you have to stay home. You have to contribute to the fight. Lahat tayo may contribution, ako, ikaw, lahat tayo magbigay ng kanya-kanyang gift to the government, and that is by obeying the laws, obeying the regulations. Everyone will stay at home, leaving their houses only to buy food, medicine, and other basic necessary for survival in the coming days. Only such establishments that provide these basic necessities and services will be open. Do not be scared about this. Huwag kayong matakot na ganito. Pwede mo kayong lumabas, bili ng pagkain, and if the eateries and the mga restaurant, mga karinderya are able to operate, so by all means, ang andito is huwag kayong mag-isa-isa. Itotal yung naman luto, mantika, yan eh. Kung may mantika ka dyan na bumubula, pakibuhos na lang yung virus dyan sa taragis na ganda. Kaya I'm not changing nalit ako sa virus na yan. My fellow Filipinos, I fully understand the apprehension that you feel, and I know that it will be difficult to many of us in the next few days while in this quarantine, while this quarantine is in effect. Huwag kayong matakot. Ako na ang nagsasabi sa iyo, huwag kayong matakot at kung yung barangay captain ninyo ay tatamad-tamaran, siya ang puntahan ko. Remember, if there is a barangay captain who does not fulfill his duty in going around and trying to find out how the citizens are faring, if you are afraid to die of COVID-19, then you have no business being a barangay captain. Kami naman dito, ang military, which the coming days, sila rin, kung magdala ito, then kami, together with the rest of the military and the police, kung mamatay kami, kung pwede magdasal kayo, magdasal kayo sa amin. Pag ayaw mo rin, wag na lang. Okay lang. Yung mga kaibigan namin sa kabila, total, magkita man tayo sa impyerno balang araw. My fellow Filipinos,
Sure nakabalik kayo.
okay. Dito na naman. This come in chapters. All we have is a responsibility to fight this disease and prevent it from spreading to our fellow men. The social distancing measures. Yung pagdistansya mo, kanina nga, pagdating ko, gusto kong magipagdamano kay Secretary Guevara. Tinanggihan niya ako. Tinago niya yung kamay niya sa dibdib niya. Ibig sabihin, ayaw niya. Sige. Ayaw niyang mahawa. But ulitin ko baka sabihin ninyo ito para sa lahat. Ang gobyerno, ang taga-gobyerno, unahin ko na, yung na-assign dyan sa front line sa COVID, if you are there assigned, and if you feel that you are not ready to maybe have the problems of being sick, you can tell your superior. We will have, pagka wala na kasing iba, kung takot na lahat, ang papasok, ang armed forces pati ang police. Sila yung magdala. And sabi ko nga, kung mamatay sila, I would also like to join them para walang masabi ang tao. Ba't kami lalabasin? Ako lalabas ako. You will see me. Ay lalabas ako. Hindi ako maniwala niyang kasi ako may ibang doctrine ako sa buhay, and that is kung panahon ko na. Either COVID, bala, crash, o ano. Kung hindi ako mag-survive ng COVID, hindi ako karapat-dapat maging mayor dito sa Pilipinas. We all have a responsibility to fight this disease and prevent it from spreading to our fellow men. The social distancing measures are necessary to kill the adversary. Yung okay masyadong tama I congratulate Secretary Guevara for being ever conscious of the danger. Actually, it's danger. Uuwi siya sa bahay mo yan, tapos sa mga anak niya. So, pipila kayo. Kayong mga may negosyante, slow down, tone down your business, or if possible, entirely stop secession muna sa operations. Total ilang araw na to. Kasi yung incubation is 14 days eh. So itong 14 days, malaman na natin kung ilan pa ang madagdag. Mag-ano lang kayo, cooperate. Total para ito sa ating lahat. Our response therefore is to not leave any quarter of our enemy by preventing close contact. The only way to ensure this effectivity at this time is to put in effect the enhanced quarantine that I have described to last until April 12 or earlier once we acquire further information warranting the relaxation of the measure. Titignan, kaya sabi ko everyday, nung sinabi ko everyday, ano sila, medyo nakasimangot, sabi ko lahat ng cabinet member, si Bilio, medyo sad face. Kasi, ewan ko kung saan siya maglakad. But the problem is, I said, bayad tayo ng tao at ipakita natin na katrabaho tayo. So we meet every day to assess at bilang. As of today, ang patay 12 at ang yung 140 hindi tataas yan pag sumunod kayo. Wala makapitan itong si virus eh. Yawa na ito. Wala siya makapitan. O kung magmalayo kahit a distance, mag-ubo siya, you just turn around. In the meantime, I have directed that the DSWD, DOLE, DOF, and other agencies to put in place with utmost dispatch and all feasible measures that will ease the burden of the community quarantine in our country, especially those who are living on daily wages and small medium enterprises. We shall make sure that during these trying times, all of you will feel government concern in you for your welfare. Kasi sinabi ko kayong matakot. We will devise a way that yun namang malalaki kung makatulong kayo sa mga liliit. For example, yung mga sari-sari, maubungkan sila ng supply. They can go to you, maybe sign a promissory note. In the meantime, with the government as a guarantee, I will guarantee that I will pay you. Ako na ang sasabi. Hindi na kailangan memorandum yan. All you have to do is to remind me. And I'm placing it as a matter of my oath of office. Kung wala, bigyan lang ninyo, tama lang. The usual orders. Tapos, kung walang hindi makabayad, ako na ang babayad. Siguraduhin natin na madarama ninyo ang malasakit at pagmamahal sa inyong gobyerno sa panahong ito. Ang problema, hindi lahat nagmamahal ng gobyerno natin ito. Kaya mga NPA, nagmamahal kayo sa gobyerno. Pag hindi tumulong kayo, distancing, at huwag ninyo muna galawin ang mga sundalo. Ano muna tayo? Ceasefire lang. Ceasefire muna tayo. Ako na ang naghihingi. Ceasefire. Kindly give me that. If you really want that we will be at all times on talking terms in this time of crisis, kindly cooperate and help. Mas mabuti pa tumulong muna kayo. I will repay you with a good heart in the coming days. To the private sector, I have this appeal. Pagbayanihan kayo. Na kailangan basta ang barangay captain. You know, we all have everything that you need. It doesn't mean to say that when you are sick, when you need medical attention, walang magdala sa iyo. Hindi yan. Hindi sabihin na kung may magwala dyan, walang pulis. Meron nga ng pulis nga nakakalat eh. And remember what I said. Obey the police and the military. Do not quarrel with them. And do not start ruckus that would amount to a violation because you will be arrested and brought to prison. Disobedience of authority, baka nagkamali ako din, acts of public disturbance. You can be arrested. Sumunod lang kayo at wala tayong problema. To the industry players, business leaders, foundation, and the like, I would like to join hands with you and combine our efforts in fighting COVID-19 as one nation, as one people. While the government is doing its best, we can more effectively contain the spread of the virus if we adopt a united approach. Maraming pwedeng maitulong ang pribadong sektor para mapagaan ang hirap ng ating kababayan sa ating bayan. Ito lang po ang pag-release ng 13-month pay kahit prorated lang. Yung i-divide mo sa mga buwan. Prorated lang, tulong na iyan ay ating mga kababayan habang naka-quarantine. Pagbigay ng moratorium on rental fees para sa mga renters and tenants. Huwag mo niyong bilangin yung araw na hindi makapagtrabaho, hindi makalabas yung ating mga kababayan. Hindi ko sinasabi batas ito. Hindi ko na sinabi regulasyon ito. But sinasabi ko, kung ikaw ay Pilipino nagmahal ng kapwa mo tao, baka, you can mitigate the hardship. Wala na nga nakakulong na nga, wala nga nakain. So mag-isip pa sila. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo, huwag mong pilitin na magbayad. Patirahin mo muna dyan sa lugar niya, ako ang magbayad. Ganon rin. I swear to you upon my oath of office, I will pay kung hindi sila makabayad. Pagbibigay ng 1-month reprieve sa bills payments ng basic utility providers, gawan po natin ng paraan na mapagaan ang gastusin ng ating mga kababayan sa panahong ito at para maiwasan pa rin ang paglabas ng mga tao. Well, anyway, I have said I do not, my facility for the Tagalog dialect is quite